So for today's class, you're going to need a blanket, like at the top, and possibly a smaller pillow. I like to use my couch decorative pillows, and a longer pillow, like a yoga bolster, and probably 2 of these is easiest. It's okay if you only have 1, you can switch it from side to side, but 2 is easy. And we're going to start today's class on our backs. So bring that bolster, long pillow, underneath your knees, kind of letting your knees fall out and having your ankles together. And then come all the way down onto your back. I think I need to shift this down just a little bit. And find that blanket that's folded up on the floor. And maybe turn down the lights. Maybe light a candle. Just get your space comfortable, cozy. I have my heater going and my fireplace going, so I'm bringing the heat this morning. Let's go ahead, just lying flat on your back, letting your shoulders sink into the mat, letting your spine sink into the mat, finding some comfortability exactly where you are. So maybe you need to move the bolster a little bit. Just getting yourself nice and comfortable and settling in. And start to become aware, excuse me, of the natural rhythm of your breath. Start to notice the inhale, notice the exhale. And with each exhale, really allow your body, allow your spine, your tailbone, any part of the body that's connected to the floor, really allow it to sink and release. Let's start to deepen the breath, taking a deep inhale through the nose, breathing deep down into the belly, filling the lungs, fully expand, pause. Open mouth, exhale, breathe it out, maybe even add a sigh. Again, deep inhale through the nose, breathing into the belly, filling the lungs, fully expand. And exhale, release, let it go. Again, deep inhale. Let's activate our Ujjayi breath here. Gently pressing your tongue to the roof of your mouth, activating the vocal cords, creating a slight bit of restriction in your breath. Inhales and exhales through the nose. Let's take a moment to set an intention for our practice today. Maybe today you're here to really relax. Maybe you want to focus on the breath. Maybe you have a mantra or an affirmation that you're working with, like, I am whole, I am healthy, I am love, I am expressive, I am connected to my truth. Or maybe you just want to take a nap. No matter what brought you here to your mat, know that that's perfectly okay and you are welcomed and loved. One thing I love about this practice is that it doesn't matter how long it goes between classes. My mat always welcomes me home, open-armed and ready for me to have my own experience. Focusing the mind on that intention, taking a deep inhale And exhale, and allow that intention to be something that draws you back to your mat, back to your breath, back to the present moment as we move through class. Let's do some neck rolls here. So gently dropping your ear to the right hand side, coming back through center, dropping your ear to the left hand side. Coming back through center. Now this time we're going to pause, right ear to right side, and let it sink. And as you bring that right ear down, see if you can allow your shoulders to fall away, to sink into the mat. See if you can extend the left shoulder far away from the left ear and the right shoulder down. Focus on the breath. Come back through center. Let's switch to the opposite side, really letting that opposite shoulder rest. Maybe you can feel it even gently lift up. Just let it rest down, creating a nice stretch through the right side of the neck. Inhales and exhales through the nose. Come back through center. We're going to do one more time on each side, coming to the right, through center to the left. Come through center. Remove that bolster from your mat. Just place it off to the side for now. And plant your feet on the mat. We're going to cross. We're coming into a reclined eagle. So we're crossing our right leg over our left leg. And then we're going to bring our right hand underneath our left hand and cross our hands in front, bringing our palms together. You also can bring your hands to your shoulders for a bear hug if that's better. But if you can, wrap those arms around, bringing the palms together. Now squeeze the body into the center line. And focus on the breath. Inhales and exhales through the nose. You can lift your elbows up and away. Letting your spine and your shoulders sink down while pulling the elbows away from the body. Let's switch, unraveling your legs. So the right foot plants down, the left foot crosses over top. You can leave it out or you can wrap it around, and then switch your arms. So the left arm is underneath, right arm is on top, letting your back rest, letting your spine and shoulders come down, but pulling your elbows away from the body. Seeing if you can pull your hands up and away, really feeling that stretch through the shoulders. And let's release our arms, release your legs. Stretch your shoulders, your hands straight up, lower them down, lift them up, lower them down. Just getting that blood flowing back through the arms. Grab your small pillow, place it to the right. And we're going to drop both of our knees to that right hand side. Your head stays pointed straight toward the ceiling, and see if you can keep your shoulders planted on the mat. Feeling that gentle twist through the torso. Maybe feeling an opening through your hip. Continuing to focus on the breath, bring your attention and awareness to your intention. Attention to your intention. I feel that restorative yoga is such a great practice if you do any other physical activity. So we are stretching. We're stretching our connective tissues, our fascia, but we're also giving the body the opportunity to recover. This is a great practice to pair with CrossFit, to pair with basketball or hockey, golf. And in these days, who doesn't need some extra stress relief? To me, that's what this practice is as well. Just really helps me to relax, even for 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes a day can make a huge difference in your overall well-being. Bring our knees back through center. And then find either the same pillow, or if you brought two to your mat today, find that other pillow on the opposite side, letting your knees come to the left. Shoulders stay planted. You can close down your eyes and keep your head to the ceiling. You can use your left hand to help guide that knee down. Seeing if you can keep your shoulders planted and bring your awareness to your breath. Inhales and exhales through the nose. There's any tension that you're holding on to, maybe you can let your body relax. the inhale, feel the exhale. Bring your knees back through center. Take a moment to square your hips down onto the mat. You can gently rock your legs right and left, feeling that gentle massage on your lower back. And then we're going to bring the soles of our feet together and let our knees come out wide. So hopefully you have those 2 blankets. And we're going to use our bolster behind us, like so. So we're coming into our supported butterfly. Adjusting your body until that bolster is right underneath your back. Bring your hands down by your side, close down your eyes. Letting your body sink into the space beneath you. And I invite you to bring anything to your mind's eye that brings you joy. So maybe a hot cup of cocoa brings you joy. Maybe flying down a ski hill brings you joy. Maybe a child or grandchild brings you joy. And start to focus the mind there and let the heart fill with that joy. Let the body fill with that joy. I have goosebumps in this moment just talking about it. Joy is my favorite emotion. And I believe that through our mind, through the power of our mind, we can cultivate joy at any moment. But first we have to identify what it is that brings us joy. When I'm teaching in the studio and I see the students moving in unison and I see them sweating and I see the heat, and it brings so much joy to my heart to see people doing this practice together and unified. And right now in this moment, when I think about me feeling that way in that moment, I feel the same joy now. So maybe there's a memory, maybe there's a place, maybe there's an activity. Bringing to your mind's eye anything, everything that brings you joy. And letting your mind focus and percolate on that. Taking more time to focus the mind on joy. And just see the journey that the mind takes you on as you welcome that joy into your heart, into your being, into your mind. Maybe you find that it hops from one topic, from one person, from one activity, from one event to the next, to the next, to the next. And all of a sudden we have this snowball effect building inside of us of joy and more joy and more joy. Take a deep inhale and exhale, release. And inhale and exhale, release. Bringing your hands to the outside of your legs, guide them together. Then place your hands down on the mat, pressing yourself up, extending your legs out long. And let's take a forward fold or any organic movement that feels good in your body. Maybe you want to pedal out your knees to help recenter the hips. Maybe it feels good to fold forward. Maybe it feels good to reach from side to side. Really good. All right. Let's place this off to the side. And we're going to fold up our blanket smaller. So maybe in more of a quarter, and place that at the top of your mat. Now your head and your shoulders are going to be on this blanket. So come to lie down, and you want it to be right about here, mid-back, well, more like upper, so just underneath your shoulder blades. So we're coming into a supported fish, but it's very supported fish. Finding that placement, you can let your head hang off the top of that blanket, like I'm doing, so that you can open up through your throat and open up through your heart, letting your hands come down by your side, closing down your eyes, tilting your chin toward the ceiling, really opening through that throat center. This is our area for self-expression and communication. So when we come into postures where we open our heart and we open our throat, we are aligning our communication with our heart. So we're cultivating authenticity, we're cultivating clear communication, we're cultivating heartfelt communication. Bring your awareness to your breath. See if you can sink your shoulders away from your ears, allowing them to melt down closer to the mat beneath you. Focus on your inhale and your exhale. See if there's anything that comes to mind, anything else, anything more. Connect to that space of joy for just a little bit longer. Flipping your palms face down, slowly, gently pressing yourself up, taking a couple shoulder rolls here, rolling out the shoulders. Now there's a couple variations for what's next. We're going to do legs up the wall. And you can, if you have a wall handy, I recommend placing your bolster along the wall and then shimmying yourself nice and close, placing your lower back on that bolster, and then lifting your legs straight up. You can take your blanket and drape it over your body. Getting yourself nice and comfy. If you don't have a wall nearby, you can do legs up the wall without the wall. So you just lift your legs straight up toward the ceiling in front of you. And it just takes a little bit of activation to hold the legs there. So that's why having that wall handy is really nice, because you can really just relax the body into the wall and the wall does the work for you. But either way, you are accomplishing exactly what you want to be accomplishing. And what I mean by that is we're reversing the blood flow in the body. This is really good for your digestive system. This is really good for your circulatory system, for your respiratory system, your endocrine system, your hormonal balance. This is an all-around great pose. Close down the eyes. Focus on the breath. Bring your intention back to your mind's eye. Inhales and exhales through the nose. Imagining that the breath is like a calm wave washing over the body. Taking a deep inhale and then using an even longer exhale. Dropping your shoulders down and away, relaxing your toes. Slowly, gently, start to bring your legs down the wall and pressing yourself into an easy seated position. Doesn't always look graceful, but bringing yourself to your easy seat, cross-legged, lengthening through your spine, bringing your hands through heart center. Closing down your eyes. Taking a moment to acknowledge that joy is available to us through the power of our mind. And joy is experienced through us in the living moment. The more we practice being present and allowing the breath to anchor us into the present moment, the more joy we have to experience. So in those moments where you're with your family, in those moments where you're doing the things that you love to do, bring yourself to that present moment and let yourself experience the fullness that this beautiful life has to offer. You are a miracle. We are all miracles. We are all deserving. We are all loved. And we're connected by love. Thank you so much for being here today, for sharing this space and allowing me to share this practice. It is always my honor, and I believe this practice is such a gift, and I am so honored to share it with others. The light in me sees, honors, reflects, and encourages the light in you. Namaste. I hope to see you again on your mats very soon. Tomorrow we have our strength class, which is always so much fun. And Friday we have our deep stretch. So I will see you soon.